It begins with a voice, soft, almost fragile, as though carried through a veil of fog. A lullaby, the kind that should calm a child to sleep, yet the melody feels wrong. The notes bend ever so slightly, sinking beneath the skin like cold water. Hush, little children, close your eyes. The night will keep you, the stars will hide. The words echo in the darkness of a small nursery, though no child is present. A crib sits beneath the window, the pale moonlight spilling over its wooden frame. The sheets inside are untouched, neatly folded, as if waiting. The air is thick, unmoving, as though the room itself is holding its breath. That voice, delicate, feminine, continues to sing, even though no mouth moves, no body sways. It drifts from the corners of the room, circling, surrounding, until the walls seem to hum with it, and then silence. At the foot of the crib sits a box, old, painted with faded colors, its lid half open. From within, toys are scattered across the floor. A porcelain doll with cracked cheeks and hollow black eyes. A teddy bear, its fur matted, its smile sewn too wide. A music box, its key still turning on its own, though no one wound it. The camera moves closer, the shadows stretching unnaturally long across the floor. The toys do not move. And yet, there's something about their stillness that feels deliberate. The doll's head is tilted, as though listening. The teddy's button eyes glimmer faintly in the moonlight, though no glass should catch that reflection. And the music box continues to spin, a single distorted note, chiming again and again and again. The lullaby returns, but now the lyrics are different. Children wander far from sight, taken gently by the night. A shadow passes across the crib, though nothing blocks the window. For a fleeting moment, the outline of a small figure appears on the wall. Thin arms, a round head, the silhouette of a child. And then it vanishes. The song grows louder. The words twist into new verses. Mothers searching, fathers cry, but little ones no longer lie. Pictures on the nursery walls begin to blur. Where once were cheerful drawings of animals and stars, now smears of gray and crimson spread like water stains. Eyes vanish from the painted faces. Smiles stretch into sharp slashes. The room darkens, though the moon outside still shines. It feels as though the nursery has been pulled somewhere else, out of the world of the living. The crib begins to move, slowly, gently rocking back and forth, though no hand touches it. The sound of creaking wood fills the air. The lullaby quiets until it becomes a whisper. Just one voice, close to the ear, as if someone is leaning in to sing directly to you. Sleep, little darling, don't you weep, for in the shadows, we all sleep. The sheets inside the crib crease, pressed down by something unseen. A faint indentation forms, the shape of a small body curling beneath the blanket. But when the camera lowers to see inside, there is nothing. Just the fabric sinking deeper, as if wrapping itself around something invisible. A cold draft stirs the curtains. The window rattles, though it's tightly shut. And in the corner, the teddy bear has shifted. Its head now points towards the crib, watching. The lullaby breaks. The voice that once sang softly now cracks into static, into a rasping groan. The toys on the floor begin to move. Not suddenly, not violently, but in jerks and tremors. The doll's arm lifts, its porcelain fingers twitching. The music box grinds against itself, the keys spinning faster than it should. The teddy bear's stitched smile tears slightly wider, a thread snapping with the sound of ripping fabric. From beneath the crib comes a sound, a wet gasp. Then a cry. It is the sound of a baby, but warped, too sharp, as if played backward on an old tape recorder. The camera shakes as though the very floor trembles. Shadows on the wall ripple, bending into shapes that resemble children, but each missing their faces. Hollow heads, blank skin, eyeless sockets staring forward. The lullaby reaches its final, shattered refrain. Children gone, the night will keep. Shadows sing you down to sleep. And then, a scream, piercing, shrill, echoing from nowhere and everywhere at once. The crib slams still. The toys collapse. The room plunges into silence. Only the shadow remains. A single smear on the wall, shaped like a small child, standing perfectly still. The camera holds, waiting, and then the scene cuts to black. When the black fades, the nursery returns, but it isn't the same. The walls seem closer now, the ceiling lower. The wallpaper, once pale blue with stars, peels and strips, curling downward like dead skin. The shadow of the child remains painted against the wall, unmoving, watching. The air thickens heavy with a smell of damp earth and something faintly metallic. The camera moves slowly, as though the lens itself resists being here. The lullaby stirs again, faint and broken. The toys are no longer still. The porcelain doll stands on its own, head tilting side to side, the cracks across its face deepening into black fractures. Its mouth opens, though no sound comes. Inside, there are no teeth, only darkness. The teddy bear's seams split, cotton spilling like smoke. But instead of falling, the threads coil upward, like tendrils searching the air. Its button eyes turn, tracking something beyond the camera. And the music box no longer plays a melody. Instead, it mimics the lullaby's voice, the same eerie, broken singing, only mechanical, distorted, grinding. The lyrics shift again. No more mothers, no more light, no more faces in the night. For the first time, a voice answers back, a child's whisper, weak, afraid. Mommy? The shadow on the wall twitches. The room grows darker. The moonlight outside disappears, though the window is still open to the night sky. No stars remain, only black. Two new figures begin to form, tall, looming shapes in the corners of the room. One bends low, shoulders crooked, arms dangling too long. The other stands stiff, its head lolling to the side as though broken at the neck. They resemble parents, a mother and father, but their faces are smeared blank, only patches of pale skin stretched too tight. Their hands, however, are clear, long fingers curling like hooks. The whispering voice of the child repeats, "Mommy? Daddy?" The lullaby grows harsher, almost desperate. Mothers gone and fathers fade. Children sleep in what we made. The tall figures move closer, not walking, but sliding, their feet never lifting from the ground. Their shadows join with the child's silhouette on the wall, growing thicker, darker, until the shapes almost detach from the surface. The camera shifts, and now the nursery is filled with movement. Dozens of childlike silhouettes spread across the walls, climbing, swaying, their eyeless faces turned outward. Each one hums the lullaby, slightly out of sync, creating a chorus of broken voices. The air vibrates with their song. The lights flicker, the toys convulse. The crib shakes violently. though nothing touches it. One by one, the shadows step forward, peeling themselves from the walls like wet paper. They land silently, their bodies flat at first, then filling with depth, as if being breathed into existence. Blank faces, small hands, each one reaching for the crib. The voice of the lullaby rises into a scream, a jagged crescendo of grief and hunger. Shadows keep, shadows stay. Children never go away. The crib overturns. The blanket falls to the ground, landing with a soft, hollow thud, as if something unseen has dropped with it. The room collapses inward. The wallpaper melts, the toys crumble, the air thickens with black smoke that spreads across the floor. The window vanishes. The walls fold like closing curtains. Only the shadows remain. They circle the center of the nursery, their faceless heads tilting in unison. The tallest shapes, the parents, loom above, their hands hovering, waiting. The child's voice cries out one last time. Please, don't sing anymore. But the lullaby continues. Whispering, screeching, crumbling into static and breath. Sleep forever, shadows new. Sleep forever, disappear. The camera tilts toward the wall, where the first shadow, the small child, still stands. Its outline sharpens, clearer than ever. Its hand lifts slowly, pressing flat against the surface. The song cuts off. Everything falls silent. The camera pulls back to reveal the nursery is empty. No crib, no toys, no figures, only bare walls. And on the wall, darker than the rest, remains a stain, a blurred shape of a child, arms outstretched. The sound of one last whisper drifts into the silence. Hush, little children, hush. Black screen. End.